could see strange men on the streets of Europe of that time. He was toilet man, he was businessman. He walked down by the streets with a bucket and a cloak and proposed his service to the citizens. He covered his client. So we can say it was mobile toilet of the time.
Buenos días amigos, os vamos a llevar a un museo único en el mundo. Este museo abrió en 2006 y tiene piezas traídas de todas partes del mundo.
Y de hecho posee un récord Guinness muy original que vais a flipar.
Este museo lo abrió una pareja de ucranianos que se dedicaba a la plomería. Lo abrió en 2006 y wow, en 2015 ya estaba recibiendo un récord Guinness. Estaba recibiendo premios y homenajes de todas partes del mundo. Es algo novedoso, es algo que no damos importancia, pero si lo pensáis bien, todo el mundo caga, así de claro. Desde la persona que tiene más dinero hasta la persona más pobre, claro, defeca y orina. Y hemos podido ver a lo largo de la historia que la falta de higiene trae pestes, trae enfermedades, así que siempre hubo, claro, sobre todo epidemias y tal, cuando se observa que hay una falta de higiene en este aspecto. Y como podemos ver, a lo largo de la historia siempre se ha dado una gran importancia a la higiene personal. En las diferentes culturas y las diferentes civilizaciones se pueden observar diferentes métodos que tenían para evacuar las heces, para eliminar los residuos que dejaba la gente en las poblaciones.
American archaeologists discovered first separating zone for its humans needed in period of Stone Age, the Mesolithic. We can see the scheme of cave hills in Texas. They found a small zone near fireplace, separating from the rest of humans' cave. So we can think that it was one of the first restrooms in the world. And we found first consciously building toilets later in Scotland in settlement Skara Small settlement on the hill. Every building has separating restroom. We can see stone seat and even earthen channel to the sea. Ancient Egyptians didn't know the toilets as we know. They used not water but sand. Now we can see the model of toilet from Egyptian tomb. Wooden frame with long hole. The sand was under this hole. It was almost like for modern cats and dogs. First central sewer system we know is located in ancient city Mohenjo-Daro. It's southern part of Pakistan. The restrooms were often inside residential houses. All waste flowed into underground ceramic pipes. The inhabitants of China and Korea often combined a toilet with a pig house. They made it for the overpopulation and the hunger. That's why a pig was considered dirty animal. Several years ago, construction workers in Beijing discovered underground complex. It was the tomb of Chinese Prince Liang Xiao. Underground palace with many service rooms and even with the restroom. Here is the model of comfortable restroom for Chinese prince, with an armrest, prototype of mechanical device and with a shelf.
De este lado podemos observar los urinales que utilizaban en China.
Chinese urinal was called Huzu. Huzu means tiger because it was made traditionally in the shape of tiger. We can see even the monument of national urinal in one of cities of Taiwan. These thermos even had hippocaust. Hippocaust is heating system for floors and walls. Romans traditionally spent several hours in day in thermos, but first years the thermos hadn't comfortable public restrooms. And Roman authorities started to create special public restrooms. They were located on central trade streets. They were something like social clubs, because the visitors could speak. All time running water came inside for washing. That period the Europeans hadn't toilet paper. It was special stick with sea sponge at the end, and this way. Such stick was called terzorium. It was for noble people, but ordinary citizens used street toilets called latrinas. Latrinas were located near the insulas. Insula is multi-stored residential house, 4 or 5 floors. At 1st century AD, Roman Emperor Titus Flavius Vespasianus decided to take urine tax from public restrooms. We remember famous Latin phrase by Vespasianus, pecunia non olet. It means money has no smell. Wastewater of Rome flowed down into central collector. It was called Great Cloaca, Great Cloaca or Cloaca Maxima, a Roman central sewerage. This stone structure, partly as water drain system, is still used.
Y aquí podemos observar cuando hubo falta de higiene, sobre todo en las grandes poblaciones, apareció la peste negra. Podemos observar la nariz grande de esta figura, generalmente eran los médicos que utilizaban hierbas para poner aquí, generalmente lavanda, hierbas aromáticas, para no oler ese hedor que se encontraba en las calles. Pensad que en aquella época las heces, ratas, incluso personas muertas estaban por todos lados en aquella época.
Oye, este váter es un poco así de broma, pero vaya broma, ¿eh? Cualquiera me ahí.
Over time, the authorities of Europe paid more and more attention to city environment because of often epidemics. We could see strange men on the streets of Europe of that time. He was toilet man, he was businessman. He walked down by the streets with a bucket and a cloak and proposed his service to the citizens. He covered his client. So we can say it was mobile toilet of the time. Let's remember Italian artist and inventor Leonardo da Vinci. At the beginning of 16th century, the king of France, Francis I, invited da Vinci at his court, and the inventor made the gift for his king. It was project of flush toilet. He demonstrated how to use it on this drawing. It was a real miracle of technology for the time for France. Platform, surface hole, mechanism for flushing, system of pipes. Da Vinci created something like flush toilet by construction. But French king didn't like it because he preferred to use such throne toilet. It was more prestigious for the king. It became even fashion trend among European kings.
Y además también podemos ver cómo eran los orinales en 1914, sobre todo en los hospitales. Mirad qué rudimentario en comparación a lo que tenemos hoy en día. Tenemos cuñas, tenemos bidet, wow, una especie de cisterna antigua que era totalmente de hierro, wow. Y además, mirad, en los aviones también.
Y por supuesto en los trenes.
Estos trenes soviéticos.
Estos son uno de
ya-
los trenes soviéticos.
Esto lo podemos ver incluso hoy en día, que ya lo habéis visto en el vídeo de transportes aquí en Ucrania.
There were more than 20 restrooms in Versailles, but it wasn't enough. That's why perfumed industry developed in France. That time royal family got new household item, bidet. It's considered that bidet came to Europe from Arabian world, where the people used not paper but water in lavatory. Its latest sample from the beginning of 20th century, but first bidet had the shape of rocking horse. It was very comfortable. Initially, French word bidet meant small horse as children's toy.
Y de este lado tenemos las cuñas, los orinales, sobre todo para hombres. Mirad, esto se utiliza incluso hoy en día en los hospitales. Y de este lado de aquí podemos ver cómo son los baños en Japón. Realmente cuando fuimos a Japón, los baños son así, los inodoros tienen de todo. A medida que vas apretando un botón, tienes música, tienes aromaterapia, te ponen el chorro en la dirección que tú quieres para limpiar ahí los bajos.
In the end of 19th century, British engineer Thomas William Twyford demonstrated to public such item, siphon tube and bowl. It became more convenient, more cheap, so we can say that Twyford created something like modern bowl by construction. And some words about the toilets in the prisons. We can see the karcer. Karcer is penalty installator in Russian prison of 19th century. Barefoot man on cold stone floor, and one place he could sit in karcer is special wooden barrel called parasha by Russian prison slang. Slang word parasha means disaster scandal. Parasha was also a toilet, so we can imagine that parasha was a part of punishment because of awful stench.
Y este de aquí es mi favorito. Mirad, es toda una obra de arte, diferentes colores, diferentes formas. Y mirad, este también entre el blanco y negro tiene también su historia.
In 1917, French artist Dadaist Marcel Duchamp proposed very strange subject to the Society of Independent Artists. He called it phantom. But in fact it was turned urinal with inscription and date. Now we call it installation. Ukrainian TV man Anatoly Borstyuk is first who mentioned our museum on TV. It's his gift for our museum. He did it during TV show Black and White.
Aquí todo el mundo tiene lo suyo, incluso los más pequeños. Aquí podemos ver cómo eran antiguamente, que tenían una especie de sartén o algo que lo sacaban para poder limpiarlos, y hoy en día podemos ver estos que son enteros y son de plástico. Además lo ponen con caritas y cosas como para que los niños se animen a sentarse aquí.
And such unusual things as shumeki. Shumeki look like smoking pipes or whistles, but actually shumeki are wooden diapers from Turkey, Kazakhstan. This part inside and the urine gets out by pipe. So we can say that shumeki is traditional wooden pampers for urine only.
A mí el que más me llamó la atención es esto, que el hombre dijo que es el precursor de lo que hoy en día son los pañales. O sea, esto es un pañal de madera, es de Oriente Medio, no dijo en qué año, pero imaginaros los años que tiene que tener esto. Este para mí es el más original.
And the base of our museum is a collection of toilet-related items. You can see our certificate, World Guinness Record. It's the biggest collection of the world. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much. Bueno, en general el museo vale mucho la pena, el hombre os explica súper bien y la verdad es que está muy bien cuidado. E incluso recibieron varios regalos, como dijo, de algunos presentadores de la televisión o incluso de Bosch, que les enviaron regalos de aquí para el museo porque se han hecho famosos, porque han sido el récord Guinness de la mayor colección de inodoros del mundo. Esperemos que os haya gustado, chicos, del museo, vale mucho la pena. Si estáis por Kiev, no os lo perdáis.
Nos ha encantado, ya veis, aquí está el certificado de récord Guinness. Os recomendamos 100% que cojáis una guía, está en francés, en ucraniano y en inglés. Os va a hacer un recorrido de 10, os va a explicar toda la historia y cada detalle del museo, vale muchísimo la pena. Y nada, esperamos que os haya gustado, que os suscribáis, que le deis like al vídeo. Hasta el próximo capítulo.
Chao.
Chao.